Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick Wallace dropping in on you. Hope that everybody's having an awesome start to their day, to their week. Um, we got a lot going on at the Odyssey Project and Rick Wallace Enterprises, period. While we're excited about it, it is definitely challenging. But as always, we will pull things together. We will make things happen. That's what we do. We challenge ourselves to do and be the best we can be in everything. And that's never easy. I'm not looking for easy in this world. That's not something that I signed up for. I didn't sign up for easy. I signed up for extraordinary. I signed up to do something that will leave a legacy. And sometimes it puts you in a tight pinch, but what's on the other side of that is always beautiful. So I'm excited about what we're going to be doing in 2020. And I am hoping that you guys are going to insist upon raising the standard in your life and insist upon a higher productivity from yourselves as well. I'm not going to be before you long. I want to talk about something that's immensely important, something that I'm extremely passionate about, something that I not only teach, but I live. And I think it's important that we gain an understanding of this dynamic. So I'm going to talk about it. Before I do, I want to encourage you guys that believe in the work we're doing at the Odyssey Project to support the work we're doing. We need your support. I can't stress that enough. The information to support us is always going to be at the first paragraph of the description box. With that being said, the Black family has suffered tremendously over the last 50 plus years. And what I mean by that, it's been under assault through subtle mechanisms and pretty dynamic schemes and machinations. The Black family has been broken down, dissembled, disintegrated. We've gone from children being born into 75% of our children being born into two parent households in 1960 to pretty much the reverse now. And while I will be the first to admit that just being born into a two parent household does not necessarily guarantee that a child will have everything that they need, because that requires both parents to be functional. But it definitely improves the risk. I mean, improves the chances of a child having what they need, or at least being in a better position than one parent attempting to back. And even when you have statistics show that even when you have two parents that are involved but in two different homes, it's still challenging because the environment in the home still lacks the masculine or feminine energy of whichever parent is missing in it. And I talk about this a lot, that the home requires both masculine and feminine energy to bring balance. And while Black women have proven to be unbelievably remarkable in finding ways to make things happen, they become providers when that's not their primary role. I don't believe in the idea that women can't be contributors financially, but that's not their primary role. That's the role of the Black man primarily. We have to understand the dynamics, and I'm not going to get so much into the dynamics of why understanding that is important as I am about the importance of the family. And I'm going to tie all this into how we're handling our children and why our children are at such risk. You can never talk about the advancement and the progression and the projection of a people and say that the people are going to be liberated, the people are going to be empowered, the people are going to rise, without being able to see that potential in the youngest generation. And when you look at our young children, there's no indication of our children rising. Is the potential there? Absolutely. Are our children intelligent? Absolutely. Are our children gifted? Absolutely. Are they amazingly creative? Absolutely. Do they have everything spiritually, emotionally, psychologically, and physically that as a part of who they are? Yes. Problem is, we're not protecting it. We're not insulating them from all of the machinations and mechanisms and devices that are going to be aimed at them to redirect them, to deter them, to discourage them. and to destroy them. We are operating off of an old paradigm that was pushed upon us, not practiced by the enemy, but pushed upon us. And what I'm talking about specifically here, there's so many that we definitely can't get into it today. Not all of it. But if you read my book, Born in Captivity, Psychopathology as a Legacy of Slavery, you're going to see all of this discussed in more detail and outline and the solutions brought forth. But let's talk about one thing that we've got to do a better job of. The idea of parental protection. I am real huge on the parent being the primary label giver of the children. What do I mean by that? When you say a label giver, that's the person who's going to provide the kid with the predominance of their self-image early in life. The parents are the primary label givers. Teachers are very close as secondary label givers. Peers will have an influence on how kids see themselves, but the parent has the most influential position in determining a child's self-concept or a child's self-image, how they see themselves. For too often we see parents, you ain't ever gonna be shit. You're not that smart. Don't worry about it. You're not that good in this. Don't worry about it. You're gonna be just like your daddy. You're just like your mom. All of the things that will be placed on a kid, and a kid will likely internalize. Why? Because of the force and the gravity and the magnitude given and authority given to parenting. The parent is the most powerful force in a child in the life of the early stages of a child's life. So when a parent says something, it comes with a heavy force. It's not like a stranger saying it. It's not like even another kid or peer saying it. It's not even like a teacher or a principal saying it. The parent says it's got to be true. My parent loves me, so they can't be saying something bad and it be false. And so it's processed and it's taken in. And the thing is, what we have to understand about our children is that once your self-concept identifies with something, your behavior will automatically align to it. That's how we maintain our sanity. However, we see ourselves, we buy into the fact that we're not smart and we're going to get bad grades. We can have unbelievable mind, but we will find a way to fail. If we're told that we have behavioral problems, we will find a way to align with them. We will see things and our minds will interpret things in a way that will cause us to behave in a way that is not conducive to positive results or acceptable. That's just life. That's the basics of psychology. Is I'm going to align my behavior with how I see myself. It's called psycho-cybernetics. Basically, your self-image is a thermostat. Wherever your self-image is set, your behavior will match it. Now, we can redirect you. We can say, no, you're going to do this, this, and this. But if you don't change the thermostat, the behavior is, and then if it gets colder, then this setting, the heat's going to come on and warm it up. If it gets hotter than this setting, the AC is going to come on and cool it down. Same thing with autopilot. When you get a plane in the air, the pilot turns on autopilot and it sets a course to a specific destination that is set. Now the wind will blow the plane